Again, the three goals of any project are: number one, capital preservation, don't lose money, don't lose the asset. Number two, it's doing the renovations, the business plan. And thirdly, it's cash flow.
This is a story about a dude named Lane. Then one day he went to try to rent them out, and then he became one of the best of man.
Do you have a timetable for getting rehab or value add properties done? Is it based on vacancy? As I mentioned before, tenants typically, they move out in a couple years on average. Some never move out. Some are out after the first 6 months. Maybe a couple breaks up and they have to move out or something like that. But on average, 2 years, 2 to 3 years is when you go through most of the rehabs. And which is cool because it's not huge construction scopes, so not a big quantities. You still have the economies of scale because you just rinse, wash, repeat every single month. Do it the next set. But no, we got a lot of engineers who are investors with us, and they like Gantt charts. Gantt charts are like, we're going to do unit 402 with the flooring component, and then the sink component, and then the paint, and then we're going to lease it up. We don't have that on a per unit basis, and we don't even have it on a unit basis, just from a high level. Like it's just not that type of construction project where you have that level of detail. There is variability in this types of business. Sometimes we will rehab 12 units, especially in the summer months, on a normal size building, like a couple hundred unit property. Sometimes it just might be one or two, it might be none that one. It just, and different varying levels of rehab. A lot of time, what we've been doing a lot this last year is we've been getting the rent increase we're looking for by just changing out a faucet, doing a partial upgrade. Because again, the business plan is just to get people's 2x people's money. How we do that, or how much money we spend, I mean, we just return it right back to investors if we don't spend it. Sometimes you get into a deal and there's a lot of bad tenants, or people just happen to move out for some strange reason. They know what's happening. And although that isn't very good for cash flow, it can be good for the project overall. We call this ripping off the Band-Aid, getting the people out so we can do a lot of the rehabs, which actually helps us. This actually happened in the first Phoenix property, where we had a huge amount, like I think 20% drop in occupancy right off the bat, and which is fine. We didn't plan to pay out investors the first couple of quarters anyway, but which actually turned out to be good now. We got that big jump start, and a lot of the units got turned and upgraded, and actually probably one of the best things to happen. Again, the three goals of any project are: number one, capital preservation, don't lose money, don't lose the asset. Number two, it's doing the renovations, the business plan. And thirdly, it's cash flow. So sometimes investors, might get upset the cash flow wasn't as expected, but I just tell them that's the third on the list. And sometimes you don't hit, the important thing is to hit your number one and number two objective. Number three is cash flow.
This website offers very general information concerning real estate for investment purposes. Every investor situation is unique. Always seek the services of licensed third-party appraisers and inspectors to verify the value and condition of any property you intend to purchase. Use the services of professional title and escrow companies and licensed tax, investment, and or legal advisor before relying on any information contained herein. Information is not guaranteed, as in every investment there is risk. The content found here is just my opinion, and things change, and I reserve the right to change my mind. Above all else, do your own analysis and think for yourself, because in the end, you are the only person who is going to look out for your best interests.